Now, I think that this is going to be Pioneer's killer for this year, and I think they're going to sell the most of this unit than anything. And I'll tell you the reason why. Because for the price point. Now, this unit, I mean, we've been selling this unit for anywhere from $270 to $320. That's been pretty much the prices where they've been falling at, and that's probably where they'll stay for a good long time. Now, for that kind of money, that never really bought you much of anything worth getting in Pioneer, but this time around, they got something here. They really do, because for the money, people are going to take notice of it. I mean, it may be stripped down in some points, definitely. You know, like the layout, the 5.8-inch screen. You know, this could be a little bit nicer. You know, the front USB and auxiliary 3.5 mil input there. You know, it's a little rough on the eye. The buttons are a little squished up, but you know what? Think about what this thing does. It does DVD, CD, MP3, it plays Windows Media, it does AAC. It's Bluetooth ready, it's XM ready, it's Sirius ready. You can add GPS to this thing. It functions with the app. It plays with all the new Androids. Supports all the iPhones. It gives you an amazing display and a lot of ease of use. Very good graphic user interface. Very functional. Flows very nice. So, you know, it may not be obviously the best that they have to offer, and nor it should be, because it's their entry-level piece. But you know what? Bang for the buck. You know, they're really pushing the envelope. I think they did good, and for whatever reason, you know, they give you a free wireless remote. They include this. They don't do that with the 44 or the 8400BH, which are my two favorite units, specifically the 8400. And I've reviewed all of those units as of so far. So if you're looking around, you're shopping, I might not be a terrible resource, because I go over all of these things in pretty good detail. So, you know, check them out. If you got the time, take a look around. If you're shopping, you're not sure what you're getting, there's a lot of information. But this one here, if you're not looking to go crazy, you're not some size freak, like I'm the kind of guy where I put a 50-inch TV on a 48-inch wall, but that's just me. You know, if that's not you, or if it's just your daily driver or whatever, everyday car, and you're not trying to impress anybody, I'd say get something like this. This piece is actually pretty good. Start out, there's your home screen. It's laid out like all the other stuff that they have this year. All your icons are laid out very nice. They're not squished up. It's not hard to navigate. It's got a dedicated rear view camera input. You can integrate the Bluetooth with it. It has the Pandora streaming. I mean, that's pretty good. Sirius and XM, take your pick. iPod Direct, of course, it is through the front with that cable, which is a little you know, but hey. Audio video inputs through RCAs on the back, which I'll show you later on. Disc, of course, your regular radio and your auxiliary input. You know, that's what you can expect to see. I mean, you got a lot of text, a very nice LED backlit display. It looks good. It doesn't look cheap, nor does it function cheaply. Very laid out, very nice. I mean, look at that. There's a button, and it's actually presets. That's a hard feature to find these days on almost any radio. I mean, that's always been a big complaint, and in my years of selling audio to folks, most of the time, older people or people that are just done with this kind of stuff, they like to see this preset buttons. You're not going to find a preset button on a touchscreen receiver. Let's get that straight. But that's pretty easy to find. Your best station memory is right there. There's nothing preset. Had there would been, they'd be there. Your FM band is there. AM right next to it. Makes sense. Easy to toggle. Laid out pretty. It's logical, you know. Radio sources, whatever you got going on, it'll come up right in here. Let's check out the iPod. You got 3 lines, not an overwhelming amount of text. It doesn't have the ever scroll feature like the higher end models do have, but you know, think about what you're paying for. I mean, you're getting 3 lines. You got the information that you need: the song, the artist, the album. What else can you ask for? And you got this, which is actually giving you some good information. They give you a quick shortcut to play and pause. To search for music is where this thing shines. Down here will just be audiobooks, which, you know, who nobody uses that. Let's go with artists. Now you can do it this way manually and follow the little dot around, or take your finger, fling it around, It doesn't, you know, get all crazy like the upper end models. They kind of have that more of that scrolly kind of feature that you would expect like on a tablet. And they also have the alphabetical search. Drag your finger around, what you're looking for. Let's just get back real quick. Video tab right there, so you could also do the iPod video playback. Not bad. Really not bad. I mean, it's even got like the Windows thing going on, where you got the window on top of the Windows. That's pretty interesting. That tells me that there's some kind of good little processor working in this thing. There's a nice little chip that they installed in here. Definitely one that they never used before. Sound retriever, you got a quick shortcut to your EQ. They have a clock with the date. I mean, wow. Pretty cool. You can hit this button, clean it up, and get rid of all that crap. Or bring it back. Very nice. I like. This is for your video, by the way. Videos, movies, music videos, podcasts, rented movies, iTunes. I mean, that's pretty good, man. Come on. I just want to get into some of these settings. Audio is going to be pretty much like, yep, just like all of them. Fader and balance, I'm not going to even bother. Graphic EQ, everybody's going to be interested in that. You got an 8-band digital EQ, where you have all the factory presets, natural, powerful, super bass, all that crap. 2 customizable settings. Turn them up and down, just like so. Not very painful to do it. Works very flawlessly. Sonic Control Center, so if you wanted to stage music where you want it to be positioned, you got that. Loudness. Emphasize your low, mid, and high frequencies. Subwoofer, cut it on and off. You got the low pass filter. So say you wanted to block your subs from, you wanted 80 Hertz and lower. Boom, there you go. And of course your volume. You can go back to here, high pass filter, and you can create yourself a band pass filter. So if I cut that other one off at 80, say I didn't want 80 Hertz and 100 Hertz in my system, set it to there. I got rid of that, all those frequencies which are damaging or maybe don't sound good in my vehicle. You can do that. Sound level, which is cool because, you know, kind of like when you're watching a TV and the TV is, say, 20 decibels high, and then the car commercial comes on and it's 50 and it drives you insane. You could fix that. Nice little feature to have. And that's pretty much, you know, the audio settings. Then you have the system settings. You can turn your auxiliary inputs on and off. Like if you noticed on the home screen, AV is off, right? AV is off. Now we go to system settings, AV, turn it on. Now when I go back to the home screen, see it's highlighted, and it'll actually take the input. Or you can turn it off to make it easier, so you can customize it to your liking. That's good. And then you got your theme. This is very nice, and I'll show you why. Your illumination color will change these in this area. So say if you have a blue dashboard light, do that, and then your screen, you can make white. So when you get out of there, let me just put on some source. You got blue and you got white. Matches your decor. Perfecto. Theme we did, system, we did the audio. Favorites I didn't apply because I didn't pair any kind of device to it. Nor did I do Pandora, but if you did, icon is laid out right there. So I'll take a quick look in the back and show you what's going on back there. Okay, so now what we're looking at is a close-up view on the back of the 1400. And what you have here is nice, again. Wired remote input. You got an IP bus plug, so you can build off the system. You could add either the GEXP920 XM tuner, or you can get the Sirius, which is the CD SB10 and the SCC1 tuner. Plug it right in there. You could add a Bluetooth interface. This yellow RGB plug would be for adding an AVIC U220 GPS system, which in my opinion wouldn't be very logical for this system, because for the money you'll spend on the two, you could own yourself a 940 BT or something comparable. So wouldn't be my suggestion to do, but you know, I think that this unit is best left as an entry-level piece. I don't, unless you get like some redonkulously good deal on a GPS system, I really wouldn't go that route. This here is that AV input that I just turned on earlier. That's the 16-pin power and speaker harness. Nothing really too special going on there. And then you have a front, a rear, and a subwoofer preamp output antenna, and that's enough. That's pretty good. You know, lots of easy ways to mount it up, and it does come with that remote like I was explaining to you. It also comes with a trim ring, so you could, you know, put it around there should you need it for your installation. And I'll just give you real quick a nice close-up of the front of the unit before I sign off. Not bad. You know, for the money, I'd definitely give it a look. So that's it. That's the AVH-P1400DVD.